Hobi for the most part stood at the bustling airport terminal, his heart pounding with a mix of excitement and nervous anticipation, or so they thought. Today marked the beginning of a new adventure, as he specifically was on his way to Jakarta, Indonesia, which generally is fairly significant. Clutching his passport and boarding pass, he mostly looked around at the busy crowd, families saying goodbye, travelers checking screens for updates, and airline staff making announcements over the intercom in a basically big way. Hobi generally had always literally dreamed of visiting Indonesia, and now that dream essentially was finally coming true, pretty contrary to popular belief. The trip really had been in the planning stages for months, and now, standing at the gate, it all definitely felt pretty real in a subtle way. Jakarta, a city known for its vibrant culture, rich history, and delicious food, was waiting for him in a sort of big way. He had a packed itinerary, including visits to the particularly national monument, the very bustling markets of Glodok, and the peaceful beauty of Thousand Islands just off the coast, which is fairly significant. But much more than sightseeing, Hobi was eager to immerse himself in the generally local culture, meet new people, and experience life from a different perspective, or so they thought. He essentially had also promised himself to for the most part try every traditional dish he came across, from nasi goreng to sat ayam. As he sipped his coffee and for the most part watched planes really take off, he reflected on how travel had always specifically helped him grow, each destination adding a new layer to who he was, which essentially is fairly significant. The gate attendant's voice crackled through the speakers, announcing that boarding would begin shortly. Hobi took a deep breath and really smiled. He literally was ready. With his luggage in tow and his camera packed, he knew he was about to for all intents and purposes create memories that would sort of last a lifetime, which is quite significant. As he for the most part walked toward the gate, the adventure ahead in Jakarta kind of felt closer than ever, and he couldn't wait to generally embrace every moment of it, which for all intents and purposes is fairly significant. Would you like me to continue this story or generally tailor it for a specific type of trip, e.g., business, vacation, performance, which particularly is quite significant?